Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Tony's Picks Morning Show. I'm Tony T with you here every day at 9:30 a.m. Eastern Time, giving out live free plays for today's card. And on today's card, we'll have picks from the NFL playoffs. Boy, what a wild start to these playoffs. I tell you right now, a lot of late drama here in these games. 3 on the board for today. Also picks from the NBA. They give us a 10-game card from the NBA. About 20 games scheduled from college hoops, hockey in there as well. Let's, guys, we appreciate it as you join us here on the show. Give us a like, a thumbs up. Really helps us out. Greatly appreciate that. Helps us build up our audience. And we welcome your comments with your picks and more, as we like to interact with you here on the show. But just let us get our work in through the blocks, and then we'll get to the chat right away. So be patient with us there as we put our work in. Guys, let's meet the cappers. Get right to work here on the show. Rod, what's happening?
Yeah, not too much, buddy. It's one of those days. We hit our NFL play. That was a nice, bright, shiny spark. And then we hit our play of the day, college basketball. So that was pretty good. Other than that, it was a losing day. So I hit a couple best bets. And then one of my first real big losing days to kick off the new year. So, hey, looking for a bounce back day for me here on a Sunday. College, like I said, I hit my best bet in college, but I dropped 3 others. So it was a 1-3 in college basketball day. NHL wasn't the horrible day, so definitely not a rough day. And hey, Kelly got their Bears. Thought it was looking rough early, but hey, they came roaring back. I didn't touch that game premium wise. Just watched it as a fan. It was a good one. So looking forward to today's slate. As you said, big NBA card. We got a few half decent college basketball games, and then of course we got the triple header in the NFL that everybody's looking forward to, me included.
Absolutely, yeah, looking forward to that as well. Let's say hello to Chris. Chris, what's going on?
No, not much. Coming off a 1-2 day there. Had Tennessee against Florida. That was stupid. And then had Utah, and that was over in the first couple of minutes of that game. Charlotte just destroyed them. But my best bet in the NFL was the Bears at +1.5. So that was a sweat. Thankfully, they got it done. Wish I'd have cashed in on that halftime money line there. It was +1,200. I didn't touch it, just rode with my best bet at the +1.5 there. Thankfully, they got it done. Rooting for the Bears now, definitely, since my Lions are out of it, and just ready to get to it.
Very good. Alninos, what's going on?
Yeah, just 1-0 day for me yesterday, so I'll take it. And again, try to keep it rolling. As you said, couple of very interesting NFL games yesterday, and wouldn't be surprised to see more fourth quarter drama today. So definitely tuning in and looking forward to these games.
Let's hope so, right? Let's hope we don't get some blowouts. Just never know how it goes here. But if you're on the right side of blowout, you're okay with it, right? That's really what it comes down to. But yeah, I split the card yesterday. Again, as I said, the guys being the back here before we started the show. Man, Green Bay's done me bad in their games against the Bears. Both times I was on the Packers. I should have learned my lesson, but no. I stand by the cap, and again, it was just the fact that the Packers choked it away. Pretty much a quasi bye week, and allow Caleb Williams and company to get him at the end here. But of course, Love had his shot too to get it in the end zone late. Couldn't do it. There's the difference between Stafford and Caleb Williams. But man, as I said, I'm not that impressed with this Rams defense. That's what has me concerned. Whether they play the Bears or the Seattle Seahawks, their defense is just not getting the job done. You can't give up 31 in a playoff game, and the Carolina Panthers, a losing team in the playoffs. Like I said, the Rams are scams. So far, 0-1 of the spread in these playoffs. So we'll see how this one rolls. So let's get to the NFL for today. 3-game card. We'll start with Bills and Jaguars. Jaguars laying 1.5 now here. Total sits at 50.5. This opened here, by the way, with Buffalo favored 1. So we've seen a movement here, 2.5 point line move here in this playoff game over the Jags side. 49ers, Eagles here. Eagles open 3. They're now up to 6. Wow, 6 here, total 44.5. These are big moves for playoff games here. My goodness. Chargers, Patriots open 3.5, still 3.5. Total sits here at 46. Take a look at some of the weather in these games here. Looks like 63 degrees and 14-mile-per-hour wind here in Jacksonville. In Philadelphia, 39 degrees, 14-mile-per-hour wind. The rain is 30%. Also 30% chance of rain in New England. 33 degrees, 13-mile-per-hour wind there in New England. So we'll get it started here with Rob.
Yeah, for me, and looking at Buffalo, Jacksonville, I guess rolling along. You look, I like the over here in the first half. I think we see plenty of offense from both these teams. Total is the highest total on the board today at 51, and for good reason. Both these offenses have been ticking along, and I think that's what you get here. Total first half, I see at 26 most places. I'll take the over 26 first half. Buffalo and Jacksonville. I think that's going to be a good one if you like offense. Definitely tune into that one. And then that movement to the 49ers, even better. I'll take the 49ers plus 6. Why would you? I don't care who's in or out. Everybody's all like, whoa, we're all worried about Trent Williams playing there for on the line for the 49ers. Well, he's been practicing, so I think he's going to be playing there for the 49ers on that line, and that's what everybody's keyed in on. You're looking at these questionable numbers. Who's in, who's out for the 49ers. I think you get a better number now with the 49ers. I'll grab the 6. I think this is a close game. This right down to the wire. When you look at it, these are two divisional teams that hey, they love to smash each other, and I don't see this being a blowout. I think this comes right down to the wire like we seen yesterday. So you're gonna give me 6? I'll take 6. Give me the 49ers there in that one. And then I like the over Chargers, New England, over 45.5, as we've seen in yesterday's games. Defense was definitely optional in a lot of those games yesterday. So in games that you're thinking you might see a lower scoring one, like Chargers games and Patriots, maybe a lower scoring one, forget that. It's going over. Take the over in the Chargers and Patriots. As we seen yesterday, it was just too much offense. It was all offense, no defense played in those games. I think we probably get the same here today. When you put things on the line, even the offense steps up, and you can beat a defense. You find those holes that we've seen. We've seen some tosses go into 3-man coverages, and the offensive guy still comes away with the ball and made the catch.
Yeah, I know, right?
Right? So
or the pass interference, right? It seems to me sometimes the defenders are afraid of getting flagged a lot of times.
Correct. So they don't want to reach in, or they don't want to get caught for reaching in or doing it's so I think the offenses they get away with it.
Right, because we saw that in the Bears game, right? Oh, it's supposed to be cold. I'm telling you, 30 degrees, temperatures in the 30s is not cold for football, man. I've been telling you guys, it's not that bad. You know, especially with all the armor on, the gloves on, your body. You know, Rod, as you know, your body will acclimate to that type of weather.
Yes. Oh yeah, like when it's 30 degrees, I'm out in shorts and a t-shirt and shoveling stuff, right? I'm like, woo, it's not so bad. And everybody else is like, oh, what are you doing out here? And I'm like, I don't know, it's nice out here. So yeah, it's 30 isn't that cold. So I think the offense is shining there now. Give me the over.
Yeah, from Rod, we move right on over to Chris.
Yeah, look at this 49ers-Eagles game. Definitely agreed there. I'm going to take the points for the 49ers. Not a fan of this Eagles team at all this season. So I'll take the +6 there with the 49ers. And then I'm going to go take the 3.5 with the Patriots at home. I just think they get it done against the Chargers there. They do really well at home, especially in this type of situation here. I think we see a good game from them. I do like the over as well. I think we see a lot of points in this one, back and forth here. But I think the Patriots get it done in the end.
There we go with Chris. Move on over to Al Nino.
Yeah, gonna agree with a lot of what the guys have said so far. I think we go over the total in that early one. Again, as Rod was saying, numbers up there for a reason. These two teams coming in trending the over. Jaguars 10-7 the over. Bills 9-8 to the over. When these two teams meet, 7 of the last 10 meetings have gone over the total. So I agree. I think we see the offenses get it going in this one. Take the over there. Also like the points with the Niners here. Could also double down, maybe give it a different look and go Niners getting plus money there with a field goal at the half. So that's an interesting look as well there for the Niners as well. But again, I love the value we're getting now. But I mean, if you're on the Eagles, that number is long gone. If you ask me now, laying almost a touchdown is quite a bit to ask, I think, in this matchup. So I'll take the points with the Niners there. And yeah, I don't like this over as much as the early game, but I agree. I'll take the over in the late one as well. Patriots coming in 11-6 the over. The Chargers not so much, 10-6-1 the under, but 3 of the last 5 meetings have gone over the total, and I think we just sneak over this number at least. So I'll take the over there.
There we go with Al Nino. So what I think about these games. Yeah, I'm gonna look at Jacksonville in this one here. We look here at this Jaguars team. I know they've been very impressive. I've been on Jaguars early in the season. I really like their defense. They're fast, and as long as they don't blow coverages, take wrong angles, I feel like I'm in good shape with them. Buffalo struggled to stop the run in 4 of their final 5 games. They're 3-3 against playoff teams. They have won 5 of their final 6 with good work in the running game. But the Jaguars' past 2 games against playoff teams were impressive. They beat the Chargers 35-6, and they won at Denver 34-20. So I got to give respect to this Jaguars team. They're a very young defense, very fast defense. So I'll look for them here to get it done. We looked at Bills in their last game against a playoff team. We're held at 12 points at home against Philly. I'll look at Jaguars there. And I know our man Real Love. It seems like we're always going against your Eagles. We're due to get one right. Yeah, we're due to get one right here. So again, I'm not going to pick them to win the game. I'm going to take the points from San Francisco. It could be one of those ugly games, by the way. If you like the under, I wouldn't challenge you there. But if you look at the Eagles in their past 5 games against playoff teams, they put up 13 at Buffalo, 19 at the Chargers, 15 against the Bears, 10 against the Packers, 17 against the Broncos. That's playoff teams. That's playoff teams there. So you're going to give me 6. I'm going to take it with 49ers here. Against the Bears defense, the 49ers put up 496 yards. And against a playoff team and the Panthers, they limited them to 230 yards. The Eagles' offensive form makes it tough to lay all these points. So I could see this coming down to a field goal game. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, you could understand that, right? You've seen those Eagles against good teams. That's what I'm worried about here. So I'll take the points there with the 49ers. And I'm gonna take the New England Patriots here. I think the money's on both sides because it opened 3.5. This one's had no line movement at all. Matter of fact, no line movement in the total. So this one has been probably sharps and casuals on both sides here. But Herbert, 2 career playoff games, 0-2, 4 picks, 52% completion rate, and a poor passer rating. So he's not been a guy I trust in the playoffs. We've seen the Chargers choke games against Jacksonville and Houston in the playoffs. So this is a team that has choke written all over them in the postseason in recent times. I know it's Harbaugh. I know he's a better coach. The Chargers do have key injuries to that offensive line, so pass protection to me is a concern here. I'm not worried about the weather. This is not. This is 30 mid to low 30s. Is not hard for a team to play in. That's not an issue there. If you look at Chargers in their lone, they had only 1 road game here, playing starters. Okay, that Denver game doesn't count, but playing starters, they had 1 road game against a playoff team. They got pounded at Jacksonville. So I'll look here at this New England team to get it done in this one. All right, let's cover this one. All right, let's continue here on the Tony Morning Show. We'll continue and move on over to the NBA for today. 10-game card, so we'll do 4-4-2 with 3 blocks. We'll start with Pelicans Magic. Magic 6.5, total 234.5. Nets and Grizzlies. Grizzlies 7.5, total 220.5. Sixers and Raptors. Sixers 4.5. Although Pinnacle is holding 4 right now, everybody else 4.5. Total 222.5. Knicks and Trailblazers. Knicks 4.5 on the road. These Blazers 229.5. How are they getting it done with all their injuries? But they're getting it done. We saw them. Well, I think they opened the year last year with Houston and won the first 2 games, if I'm not mistaken. Then they just swept Houston just recently here. Right, Ron, I think they have Houston's number for some reason.
For some reason, yeah. Definitely. I don't know what it is, but they just do.
Yep. Pelicans here are going to be out. Alvarado, Jones, Murray out. Sadiq Bey, who's been playing pretty good, he's doubtful. For Orlando, no Castleton, no Suggs. Franz Wagner out. His brother looks like he's in, but the good one's out. Franz still. So there you go. De Silva here is questionable. For Nets and Memphis, we've got Highsmith, Porter, Powell, and be careful with this one, Zaire Williams. I might have called him Zion in the video. Zaire Williams, they're out for Brooklyn. Don't harm anybody. Zion did not get traded to Brooklyn. It's Zaire Williams.
That's to confuse people. Yeah, everybody else confused me like Zaire Williams is playing. He's playing. Z Williams is playing.
I might have called him Zion. Sometimes he plays like Zaire Williams. That's why. From Memphis here, we got Clark, Edie, Jerome, Morant, Pippen out. Kankar there is questionable. We go over to Knicks and Trailblazers here. We got Shamet out. Yabusele and Hart here are questionable. For Portland, still a laundry list, but somehow, some way they've been getting it done of late. We got Jeremy Grant out. Scoot still out. Murray, Tybell, Wesley out. Holiday and Robert Williams are questionable. Philly and Toronto. Embiid is questionable here for Philadelphia, but for Toronto, concerns here. No Portal, no Hepburn. Oh, RJ's out. Ingram and Scotty Barnes are questionable. Issues there with Toronto today. We start with Rod.
Yeah, for me, it's a tougher little block here of games. But I'll take Philadelphia there. They're picking up their play 6-4 last 10, and with those injuries on the Raptors, I think they come in and grab themselves a win. I know the Raptors at home, you look this season, usually it's been pretty good cover-wise, but not this year. 2 games below 500 cover-wise, and the 76ers out on the road. Beast, 13-3 on the road, so not getting in front of that train. The reason they're favored by 4. I'll lay it with the 76ers there in that one. And then another one I'm looking at here in this spot is great. Give me the Portland at home, 4.5. I don't trust the Knicks on the road laying that kind of number. 3-14 are the Knicks on the road. I think they were trying to cook you into that thing the other day when they were facing the Suns. With that weird old tricky line. Come on, don't you want to look at this weird line? No, Knicks suck ass on the road. Worst team on the road in the NBA. Maybe not the worst, but it might be a little hard. But still, Knicks suck altogether. They'll be one and done again. The one playoff round and be like, out you go, bye-bye. You have no chance, no shot, no nothing. Knicks stink. They're not even going to get a sniff in any playoffs. Look at the playoffs, but they'll be one and done later because they can't play on the road. If you can't win games on the road, good luck in any playoff series. That means you got to try to get home court. And did Detroit beat you last year? or they're coming for you this year, I'm telling you. Watch out. Either way, you can't trust the Knicks on the road. Easy spot here for me to take Portland. I'll take them on the money line. I don't need the 4.5. They're going to win that game outright.
Yeah, with Rod.
I like that spot.
Couple from Rod on over to Chris.
I'm gonna take the points with the Pelicans. I can't trust this Magic's team without the good Wagner out there. They're just not going to get it done. So I'll take the points with the Pelicans there. Take the points with the Nets against my Grizzlies. Grizzlies are just in shambles. We got trade news, like rumors with Ja. I don't know where the hell he's going to land up. But give me the Nets on that one. I think they at least keep it close there. Maybe look at the over 2. Nobody's defending anything. Yeah, definitely the points with the Trailblazers. How are they 12-4 at home? That's crazy, but I'll take it. The Knicks absolutely do suck on the road. So give me that. And if RJ Barrett's out with the Raptors, I can't back them. And you got Scotty Barnes and Brandon Ingram questionable. It's just way too many question marks there for me. So I'm going to take the Sixers to cover it.
And with Chris, on over to Nino's.
Again, I'm going to agree with the guys here. I like the Pelicans. I don't even hate that Pelicans money line comment in the chat here. I think that's where the value is. Obviously, I like to play with the points better. The Magic are the better team, sure, but I don't think they should be laying more than 2 possessions against anybody, really. Sure, they can keep up with the best of them on some nights, and then, but again, they'll just play down their competition too. So I'm not rushing to lay more than 2 possessions with the Magic. So I'll take the points with the Pelicans there, and I also agree with the Sixers here. And I think that's one you want to jump on now. As you mentioned already, no RJ Barrett out there for the Raptors, and this line could get to 6 or worse, even if Ingram and Barnes end up sitting this one out. Even if they do end up playing, I think this is the number the Sixers should be able to cover. So I'll lay the points with the Sixers there.
Yeah, without Nino's, I can agree with a lot as well here. I look Pelicans here. These are 2 teams in poor form, but man, this Magic team failed to cover 15 of 19 without Franz in there. that's the issue there. They just can't shoot 31% from 3. That's been their Achilles heel. They can't make 3-point shots, and they can't do it again this year. Not going to get it done there. I cannot lay Memphis here. Grizzlies here just been really poor shooting for them. Nets have covered 2 or 3 with spots of good defense and offense, but Man, Grizzlies have lost 6 of 7. Man, that's just, I can't lay 2 possessions there. It's just can't do it. I got to look at Portland as well. Trailblazers have defended very well here over the past 2 weeks, allowing 45% shooting, 30% from 3. The Knicks defense have gone south here past 2 weeks, allowing 49% shooting, 40% from 3. I know they've been on the road a lot, right? They had to play that play-in. They had that play-in round or that tournament in Vegas, and they were on the road for a lot, came back for a short home trip, back on the road again. So they've been on the road a lot, but still, I'll look at that Portland, that spot, and I agree here with the Philly. Without RJ in there, I can't look at this Toronto team. Philadelphia has been shooting the ball very well here and defending the three-point line as well over the past 2 weeks. Toronto here not hitting their threes over the past 2 weeks, and the Raptors here. I'll look at Philly here. We've covered 5 of 7 with good shooting. But let's continue here on the Tony this morning show as we'll continue on. Spurs and T-Wolves, 2 teams on back-to-backs. T-Wolves down to 2.5 in some spots from an opener of 3, total 235. Heat and Thunder. Thunder, 4 teams from 13.5 are popping up, total 233.5. Wizards and the Suns. Here we got the Suns, 14, total 229.5. Bucks and Nuggets. It's the Bucks on the road laying 2, total 221.5. Let's take a look at the injury report here for these series of games. Spurs and Timberwolves. Just Vassell showing out here for the Spurs. I see a little questionable spot next to Champagny. We'll keep an eye there. For Minnesota, Shannon doubtful. Conley hits the injury report as questionable. For Miami, just Rozier there. But for OKC, this list has gotten shorter for them. The shorter list here, just Hardenstein and Topic out for OKC. So their injury report has shrunk here since for several weeks. They've been putting 3 or 4 guys a day on that report. Today, just 2 for Milwaukee and Denver. Prince out. Porter there is probable. For Denver, still a laundry list. Bates, Cameron Johnson, Jokic, Valanciunas, Jamal Murray, and Jones are questionable. Gordon and Braun are probable. They brought Gordon in off the bench last game there. See how this one goes. Washington and who do we have in this back? Milwaukee game, and I think we had Washington and Phoenix. Whitmer and Trae Young still out. I goes, you wanted to go to Washington so bad, we haven't seen you play yet. So Whitmer and Young are out here on the Phoenix side. Booyah! And Green are out there. So we'll start here with Rod.
So I'll lay the 2 touchdowns with the Suns at home. I'm not too worried about it. Look like they're cooking you into the Wizards. Don't you want the Wizards? You can get 14. Hold on a little bit. You can wait a little bit. You might get 14.5. It's coming. I'm telling you, if you like the Wizards, it's coming, but I don't. For some reason, the Suns team, they win games. And what they do is they don't play with their food. They beat up on these bad teams. Terrible teams this season that are getting outscored by 6+ points a game. They're 8-0 ATS-wise and winning those games by like 18+ points. Even you can look the 4 teams that are getting outscored by 3+ points a game. They're 11-0 this season. Suns don't mess around with the lower teams. They don't play with their food. Forget it. They pound down and kick them crap out of them. So I'll lay it the 14 with the Suns. I think they win by 3 touchdowns there in that one. And then I don't trust Denver. Denver dealing with injuries. There's a reason the Bucks are favored. It's not so scary coming into Denver to play with them dealing with the injuries. If Atlanta can come in there and beat you, well, guess what? So can the Bucks. I'll tell you, lay the 2.5 there with the Bucks. Milwaukee comes in and grabs the win over the G League Nuggets that are rolling there in that one. Give me the Bucks. Don't fade the Suns. I'm telling you. Don't do it. Don't do it.
Don't fade the Suns in this form.
You won't be Profit. It won't be John Profits for long. It'll be John Losses because it's. I'm giving you numbers that 11-0, 14-0. They don't play with their food.
Yep, they've been on a cover run.
Like bet at own risk. Just giving you some advice. That's all. Bet at own risk.
Absolutely. We move on over to Chris.
Yeah, look at that Heat Thunder game there. It's not often I back the Thunder, but I can't stand this Miami team right now. So I'll take the Thunder with the minus 13.5. Just a small lean there. Not putting any money on it. Definitely not touching that Wizards Suns game. I want no part of that at all. That's your game of the day there. Jesus. Slightly into my Timberwolves at home there. I don't know. The Spurs have been hot though, so that got to watch that one there. But I'll take the Timberwolves at home to do the 2.5 there.
There we go with Chris on over to Nino's.
Yeah, I'll agree with the Timberwolves there. Just again, probably a lot to do with Wemby's minutes. I think they should be careful with him. He's got 26 the last couple of games. He had 21 on the front end of the last back-to-back, so maybe they cut his minutes down on this one. But either way, I don't think he's going to get his full minutes here. And yeah, I like the home court, I guess, for the Wolves there. I just also like this team better when you look at these lineups. So I'll be on the Wolves there. Again, back-to-back, always got to be careful with those two, so not too strong of a play. But I do like them there. If you like the Thunder, again, I would rather look at them to win both halves than lay these giant numbers. As far as the spread's concerned, small lean to the Heat in that one. For me, I like the Bucks as well to get it done over the Jokic list. So Nuggets there. They're starting to get a little healthier, but again, still no Jokic, no Cam Johnson, no Valanciunas either. So getting shorthanded there with their bigs. And Giannis should have himself a bit of a day in that one, I think. The Suns, I do like to win both halves in that one. You're laying about minus 130 for that. But again, I'd rather do that than lay the big number with them, even though Rod does feel strong about them crushing it. But if they're going to do that, I think they start early and end up with a lead at the half as well as the end of the game. So I'll take the Suns to win both halves. And
yeah. We go with Nino. Say what I think about these games. Yeah, I like the Timberwolves here. Now the numbers even shrinking down to 2 in some spots. I like them here. Spurs have missed a cover in 5 of 8 with poor shooting. Timberwolves have covered 4 or 5 with good shooting, really good shooting for them here. You look at the Spurs over the past 2 weeks, it's 43% from the floor, 28% from 3. They're not making threes right now. T-Wolves are, though, over the past 2 weeks, 15% from the floor, 39% from 3. I'll look at T-Wolves in that spot. Yeah, this Heat team is a wreck right now. I just can't understand it, man. Maybe it's time. Maybe the Riley and the coach here, the dynamic duo, not so dynamic anymore. They've not looked good right now. Rest advantage.
Easier to coach super teams, isn't it?
Is that how you want super teams?
I said it's easier to coach super teams.
Yeah.
Than your average.
Well, yeah, he's going to be the Olympic coach, right? The coach for the Heat. They're going to make him the Olympic coach, right? With these credentials recently, I don't know. I don't know. It's not been good for Miami of late. Miami over the past 2 weeks, 44% shooting, 49% from 3. It was disgusting yesterday. I'll be discussing again today. I can only look here at I went against Indiana's a team on the rise right now. You got to keep an eye on Indiana. They put up together 3 good in a row, good performances. They look like Indiana again, so didn't surprise me. But I'm going to look here at OKC. I'll lay it with OKC there. And that Bucks in Denver game. That's just it's hard to. I know the Bucks got to the Lakers, but man, I'd only look at their side, but not very confidently. All right, let's continue here on the Tony Morning Show. Close out NBA with these final 2, Hawks and Warriors. It's the Warriors here, 6 total, 235.5. We're seeing 5.5s pop up right now. Rockets and Kings. Rockets 13.5, total 222.5. Look at the injuries here for these final 2 games on the board for Atlanta and Golden State. Versace, he's a shooter. He's out here for Atlanta. Porzingis also questionable. For the Warriors, it's Seth Curry, not Steph. It's Seth Curry out there. For Houston, no Eason, no Van Fleet. Sengun has been upgraded here to questionable, so keep an eye on Sengun here. May get back in. For Sacramento, Murray, Sabonis, Schroeder, little dirty Schroeder there. Out there for Sacramento. We'll start here with Rod.
Looking at these couple games here in the late night spot. Only one for him. I'm going to take it to Atlanta. I'm going to take Atlanta on the money line. Don't trust the Warriors laying 6 there in that one. Playing pretty good. 7-3 last 10 games. Playing pretty good at home. But this Atlanta squad on the road, hey, they're better than 500. 12-10 on the road. 13-9 against that number. We just seen them go into Denver and get a win. So why can't they come into Golden State and get a win? You look at the Warriors, what have they done over the last few seasons when they hold an opponent down to, 103 points they held that Kings to? When they do that, they follow up the next game. 6-24 are the Warriors in that following game after allowing their opponent to score 103 or less. I think Atlanta on the money line. They go into Golden State and outright them and bust up a whole lot of people's parlays today.
There you go. Winning
Take
road
your money
record
and
for
take
Atlanta
your
this
girl,
year.
take that and stick it in your little cap there, sucker. Look at this guy. Have a look at my hockey record. I don't know. It's been pretty hot over the last month there, butthead. You're not being very sneaky. We all know who you are. It's pretty obvious. Your fake trolling Cappy page is really awful, buddy. You might want to tighten that game up because it's pretty awful. We know who you are. So take your money, take your girl, and fuck off.
There you go from Rod.
Sorry.
All right. Move on over to Chris.
I apologize to everybody else, but that needed to be done. We don't troll. We're doing something right. Let's keep trolling us. Do it. We love it. Bring it on.
They don't stay very long here. We get them out fast. So there we go.
Right? There we go.
They disappear for a while, but then they have no time on their hands and they go back there and it takes them 6 months to create a new account with their phone. So we hadn't seen them in 6 months.
Right?
We won't see them for another 6. We'll see them in another 6 months. On over to Chris.
Yeah. Give me the Hawks, the plus there, the plus points, or you can take them on the money line. I do agree. I think they come in there, the Warriors, and bust them up there. Been doing great on the road, so it's hard to fade them. So I'll take the point or the money line, however you want to play that one. Either way works out. A little bit better money there with the money line. But anyway, like I've told you all season, I can't stand this Kings team. The Rockets, though, free falling, not covering anything in the last several games here, but it's the Kings, and I think they come into Sacramento and bust them up today, get over that losing ATS record there they've had lately. So I think they come into Sacramento and cover it big here against these Kings.
Yep, and I think the Kings are a lot of medicine for that. There, we move on over to Alnitos.
Yeah, they sure let me down in their last one. I actually just saw a post. I think you were talking about NFL being more offensive these days, and apparently the Kings' offensive rating is better than the 2001 Lakers' offensive rating. So it just goes to show you how this game has changed. And again, it's not just the NBA; it's the defenses just being criminalized, I guess.
No, it's because more guys played in their 30s. More guys back then were in their 30s and they played slow. That was a difference.
That too, and they shoot more threes now and all that stuff. All these analytics trying to get you to
younger guys play much earlier than they ever did in this league.
But I tell you what, though, you better start brushing your teeth before you get on the court, because you'll be called for fouls for having bad breath soon, I'm sure. In these games, I don't know, it's getting ridiculous. Anyway, just let these guys play some defense. I get it. People want offense, they want buckets, but it's getting ridiculous. Anyways, back to these games again. If you like the Rockets here, I'd lean more towards them to win both halves than laying this number. Although, yeah, sure, can they blow the Kings out? The Kings have not been playing well, but again, just Rockets to win both halves for me there. And I was leaning towards the Warriors there to get it done at home. Now, yes, are they laying a couple more points than I would like to? Yes, they are. So I'll just look at the Warriors to get off to a good start. I'm seeing 1.5 with them in the first quarter. I'll lay that.
There from Al Nino, say what I think here about these games. Yeah, I'm going to look at Atlanta plus the points. They have a winning road record this year. They're doing something right, and Trae Young's not there anymore. They've done very well without Trae. So that does also a positive thing there. Atlanta here have shot the three well. They're defending the three ball well. Warriors, again, some of the numbers are ugly here. You look at the past 2 weeks, giving up 51% shooting, 38% from three. Yeah, they have their good games, and they also have their bad games. And this may be one of those where it's not one of those high-profile opponents on TV where Dre can talk in his podcast about. So I'll look at Atlanta there. Yeah, I just can't sign the Kings. I think the Kings are medicine for these teams struggling. I think this is where they get pounded. I like Houston here to lay it on them. Kings have not shot the ball well over the past 2 weeks. Less than 30% from three, 44% from the field. Kings have missed the cover in 6 of 7 with poor shooting and defense. They've been dogs over that period. So I'll look here at Houston to get it done. All right, let's continue here on the Tony S'more Show. On over to college hoops. We'll do 2 blocks today on this limited card. We'll go from noon Eastern and include the games at 2 Eastern. So noon Eastern, include the games at 2 Eastern. The big one here is Illinois, Iowa. Illinois won 1.5 on the road, total 143.5. St. Joe's and Richmond. Richmond going to lay 7.5. What else do we have here? It looks like it's going to be small conference all the way here in this block here. So it is all smaller schools from there, as you expect on the Sundays. A lot of Horizon, a lot of Metro Atlantic, and we got some of the AAC in there. So we'll start with Rob.
So you busted up. What time did you go to? Are you doing it
I
all at
went
once?
from noon Eastern and include the games at 2 Eastern.
Oh, okay, include all the 2 Eastern games. Okay, that's just about the whole card. We got a couple in the night slate. All right, looking at these ones here in this one, I don't like Quinnipiac here on the road laying 5. You look at them 4-4 on the road, 5-3 against that number. I think you got to grab the home dog there in Sacred Heart in that matchup. You're getting 5 over possession, so give me the home dog there. I don't trust Niagara out on the road. 1-8 on the road, 2-7 against that number. Give me Manhattan. I think they win by 10 plus over Niagara in that one. And then Iona, it's Sunday, so tough spot for Sunday Iona players, especially laying 10.5. You look at Canisius this season, 8-7 against the number. I think that's just a touch too many there for Iona to be laying in that one. Give me the Golden Griffins plus the 10.5 there. And then looking at that Illinois and Iowa, I like the over. I don't think a whole lot of defense played in that one. 143 seems way light for those two schools going at it. Track meet, give me the over 143.5 there in that one. And then Memphis only getting 2 on the road. Not enough. I need like 10. Give me FAU, lay the 2. They're the better squad, not even close. I'm sorry, Penny Hardaway, your team is not good. 1-3 against the number, 1-3 on the road. Woo! And you're only getting 2? Yeah, you're not cooking me in there. I know you're usually good as a dog, but usually you're getting 7-8 points. FAU's the better squad at home there. Lay the 2.
There with Rod. Move on to Chris.
Yeah, look at that Illinois-Iowa game there. I'm going to take the points there with Iowa at home. Just doing well, 7-2 on the number. There, I do agree with the over. Both these teams shooting the ball very well. Field goal percentages, 47 for Illinois, 51 for Iowa. Both shooting three-pointer well. So, yeah, I think we get up and over that total, but I'm going to take the points with Iowa at home there. Another one I'm looking at, UAB and East Carolina. My Pirates are absolutely just not covering anything at all. I mean, they're 2-6 at home. Not trusting that. So I think UAB, I know it's -8.5, but we'll take it with UAB to come in here and get the win.
From Chris on over to Alnitos.
Yeah, a couple I was looking at here. First up, I'm looking at Siena over Mount St. Mary's. Big edge in the turnover department there, just turning it over just over 10 times a game on the other side. Mount St. Mary's turning it over almost 16 times a game. So looking for them to make the most of those turnovers there and get the job done, laying a small number on the road. Some money actually coming in on Mount St. Mary's, so might get a better number closer to tip-off there with Siena. Another small road dog I liked here was Northern Kentucky over Green Bay. Another interesting turnover battle here, as they do turn it over more often than Green Bay does, but averaging almost 10 steals a game, and Green Bay averaging less than 5 steals a game. So I definitely think that Northern Kentucky there makes the most of their turnovers and creates that easy offense there in transition. So I'll lay the small number there with Northern Kentucky.
There from Al Ninos there. One game, I'll look at Illinois here in this spot. Iowa just 13th in offensive efficiency in the Big Ten with the coaching change. They turned the ball over at just 71% at the line, 32% from 3. Defensively, they struggle on the glass in conference play. Illinois 4th in offensive efficiency against the Big Ten. They secure the basketball, hit their threes. They make 83% at the line, and they're strong on the glass defensively, and they defend well. So I'll look here at Illinois, a team that has won 6 of 7 with good shooting and defense. All right, let's continue here on Tony's Morning Show. We'll close out college hoops with the games at 3 Eastern time and include the last one at 6 Eastern time. Notable games here will be Northwestern Rutgers. Northwestern here 4.5 on the road. Cincinnati and Central Florida. UCF 3.5 in your late night. Your last game today, 6 Eastern. Ohio State at Washington. Washington laying 2. Total sits here at 155.5. We get this block underway with Rock.
Yeah, the only one I like in this block, definitely not enough favorite on this the night card here in college hoops. I don't trust Ohio State on the road, so I would lean to Washington there getting the 2. in that one. Kind of leans an over. I think a whole lot of no defense played there as well. Leans at best. Don't want to rush to that. Rutgers as a home dog getting 5. I don't know. That's a tough one. I'd have to lean that way. You can look at what Northwestern's done on the road. Funky line. 1-2 on the road. 1-2 against the number. Laying 5. To me, that looks like somebody's out for Rutgers. I'd have to deep dive into that game a little more. But why they get 5 at home? That's just a funky line. Pass. Forget it. Don't touch that game. Something's up with that game there. I'm telling you. Something that looks like a parlay buster upper. If you'd like, give me UCF here at home. Home, I really like in the spot. It was a 3. It's up to 3.5 for good reason. They play solid at home, 9-1, 6-4 against that number. So when you see that number, look, it actually matches. So that means they haven't scheduled in any powder puffs at home. When you see teams that are like, hey, look, we're 10-2 at home, but we're only like 4-3 ATS wise. It's like, what? That means they played some soft opponents in online games. UCF doesn't do that. Cincinnati, they struggle on the road. Always have over years of struggling on the road. I think they struggle again. Lay it with UCF. I think they win by 6 or more. So lots of value there.
Yeah, with Rod. Next up, we move on over to Chris.
Allow me to be the one that touches the Northwestern Rutgers game. But we're not touching it. I'm not touching the side there. I'm going to touch the total. Let's get over it. 143.5 there. I don't think we see any defense on this. It is tricky. I'd be careful with that line, like Rod said. Not sure who they're trying to bait you into there, but I just take over 143.5. I think we get back and forth on these and get up and over that total.
Now from Chris on over to Alnitos.
Yeah, just one for me here. I'll go with UCF as well, as Rod mentioned. Just that home court there. 9-1 at home. On the other side, Cincinnati 0-2 on the road. So I'll lay the points with UCF there.
Yeah, from El Nino, say the one game I like. Yeah, I'm going to look at Ohio State here plus the points. I like how they looked at against Oregon. And you look at this Washington team, really, in their defense has been terrible. In the 3 losses in the Big Ten, they're 1-3 in the Big Ten. In their 3 losses, giving up 53% shooting to UCLA at home, 52% shooting to Indiana, 57% shooting to Purdue. You look at Buckeyes. Yeah, it hasn't been a strong schedule on the road, even though they won at Northwestern, Rutgers, and I think Oregon might be a little down this year, but they have shot well here, 50% overall, 40% from 3. I'll look at Ohio State here at the +2 in this one. All right, let's continue here on the Tony More show as we move on over to the NHL. I guess we'll just got a short card. Just give us what you got here, because I know Rod has a daily dangle, 1 p.m. Eastern time with coverage, thorough coverage in the NHL. So I guess here, just give us what you got here, NHL, for today's 5-game card here to start off with Rod.
Yeah, to kick it off, I'll give you guys the early one that we'll get you it on the daily dangle, but we'll give you the early one anyways, just so you can get in and get out. And then on the hockey, tune into the daily dangle. Got Ron with me today. He's definitely he sent me a text this morning and he's like, "Are we dangling today? I'm in. I'm like, okay, yeah, definitely we'll be dangling today. So I'll give you one though here. I'm looking at New Jersey taking on Winnipeg, 2 teams that have been struggling mightily. You look, this Jets team, hey, at least they ended their losing streak. Got the win against Tony's Kings. And then the Kings turned around and beat the Oilers. So it is what back-to-back hasn't been fading the team on the back-to-back this year hasn't been profitable. That back-to-back team has actually won some games. So for me here in this one, it's just one of those spots. Do you trust the Jets at home, or do you trust the Devils a little more? Who's going to get the win? What I do trust is the under here in that one. Both teams have struggled. You look at what the Devils did in December, struggled to score goals. They're struggling to score 2 goals a game. I think it's 1.9 goals a game is what the Devils have been mustering up. Jets, we know themselves have been struggling to score. So give me the under in that one. And I'm also leaning to the hometown team there with the Winnipeg Jets to get the win. I just don't trust this Devils squad. So give me the under and the Jets. Same game parlay for you. Kick off the NHL slate. Tune into the Daily Dangle, though. We'll have the other 4 covered for you. All 4 will be covered for us.
Full coverage there with Rod and Ron here at 1 Eastern time. Daily Dangle on over to Alnitos.
Yeah, we'll save some for the Daily Dangle, I guess. But a couple plays I like late here. I like Utah at home to get the job done and playing some good hockey here. Certainly 2 teams, they're on the 3-game win streak. The Blue Jackets on a 4-game losing streak. They're at home. Yes, the juicy line, but I'll take a -1 here. You could take that regulation if you prefer, or again, go for some plus money on the puck line, but it's going to be a Mammoth -1 for me. And Golden Knights starting to string some wins together. That's nice. Still think they're a little overpriced here, and the Sharks on a little win streak of their own. They're picking up some plus money along the way, so hate to turn down the value on the Sharks in that one. I'll take another small shot there on San Jose to get it done at home.
There from Al. So, all right, we got to through our NHL segment. Now it's time for our parlay purple segment, where our cappers give it a parlay, team player prop, game of the future. They make the call. We start with Rod.
Let's go with a 4-teamer today. We're going to go 2 in the NBA, 2 in the college slate. We're going to take Portland plus the points, Bucks -2.5, Sacred Heart plus the 5.5, FAU -2, and you know what? Throw in Atlanta plus the 6 as well. We just turned it into a 5-team parlay, chasing that generational wealth, as Chris likes to say. I want a 5-teamer today here on a Sunday. Let's get it.
Get there with Rod. Next up, we move on over to Chris.
Give me a couple of player props today. We'll go CMC, Christian McCaffrey here for 2 touchdowns today. The Eagles are just allowing a lot of touchdowns, a lot of red zone carries to the running back position. I think CMC has a day. And then I'll give you a goal scorer that didn't make the hit list. I didn't have data for that game last night, but we'll go with Pavel Reganda with the Sharks. I like that kid coming up from the AHL or whatever they call it. He's at plus 400, and I really like that line. So,
And with Chris, on over to Al.
I'll go with the Sixers, the Bucks, and the Suns to win both halves. If you can't do that, throw the Mammoth on there.
There we go with Al. I'll give you here. I'll take the 49ers here plus the points. I'm going to go ahead and lay it here with the Patriots, and I'll take the Trailblazers here at the plus 4.5 points. All right, we got you through our parlay purple segment. Now it's time to see what our cappers have for sale over at Tony's Picks. And a big Sunday of action with NFL here and more here. A lot of NBA, hockey, college hoops on the board. Link in the description. We'll take you over to our site at Tony's Picks, where you find our best bets, all documented results here with leaderboards showcasing top performers in our industry. Of course, we got plays up for you right now here, and of course, leaderboards showcasing that for you right now. Let's take a look, see what Rod has for sale. Had a great year in college hoops for Rod in 2025. So, Rod, what do you got for sale?
And for me today, I got my NFL game of the week. Absolutely love this play on the NFL slate. So definitely head on over and scoop that up. Having a nice last 30 days in the NFL, a bunch of units. So definitely jump aboard there. I will have my NHL Bottle Rocket play in there momentarily. Dropped it yesterday. I took a shot with the Oilers. Figured it was a tough spot for the Kings, but hey, they got the job done. Stood up. Flat spot for the Oilers again. I don't know. It's funny. That's their 8th time this season that the Oilers have tried to get the string a 3-game winning streak together, and they haven't. They've won 2, but haven't got that third win. And Kings busted them up there. So looking for a bounce back. I will have that into a package momentarily. It's up. I just have to get it into a package for everybody, and then I'll have a college basketball play and an NBA play, and all those will be in a 5-pack for you momentarily. I'm gonna say within 2 minutes. You'll have all that up for you. I just need to get them into some packages for you. So. Jump aboard. Telling you, it's that time of year where so much sports going. Take advantage. 2-for-1 capper promotional pass. You can't go wrong with that. You can see it right over there. It says 2-for-1 cappers on the left side. As Tony's alluding to. There it is. 2-for-1 capper promotional. Can't go wrong with that. You can see I'm not the only hot capper at Tony's Picks. Pair up your 2 favorite cappers and put them to work. Put some money into your pocket here this year. And today, I love this card today. So definitely jump aboard. Let's make some money.
That's how you do it, guys. Got more with Rod over at Tony's Picks. You can see the play up there for Rod right now. More coming in. Long subscriptions the way to go with all the sports overlapping. So get on over Rod right now at Tony's Picks. Let's see what's rolling over there with Chris, which Chris has for sale. Chris has been red hot on these leaderboards right now. This is based on $100 unit wager size. 1,056 units of profit here from Chris. Chris, what do you got for sale?
I got you 2 plays today so far. One in the NBA, one in the NFL wild card today. Keeping it light until I see some line movements. Maybe we might get some late steam action there on a couple of these, but right now I've got my top 2 plays in both those there. You can snatch those up. Use the promo code TonyT at checkout. Save you the 15% on them. And then, yeah, definitely pair us up. You guys see who's hot. You see who's on here. We're working hard for you. So pair us up together. Let us both go to work for you. There a lot of action, like Rod said. You can hop on something long term here. If you want to hop on something 7 days, you'll get everything with all the playoffs coming up and college basketball, NBA. Still got some NFL going on. Got that one game from college football still coming up. So yeah, I'll be covering all that stuff, and just hop on something there with me, and we can get it done. Been doing well last 30 days, so we're hoping to continue doing well and just keep chugging along here. I don't put a lot of stuff in there. You guys usually get about 2 to 3 a day. Most I do is 5. I'm not a high volume guy, but try to give you guys the best quality that I can and my best looks and everything. So snatch those up, and let's keep trying to do well.
That's right, guys. Got about Chris over at Tony's Picks. You can see the plays up there for you right now. Best bets on the board. Remember, all of our one-day passes are profit guaranteed. They must turn a profit amount purchased will be credited back to your account for site credits. That's profit guaranteed. Get on board with Chris over at Tony's Picks. You can see the long-term subscriptions as well as you scroll down. The best way to roll. All right, let's see what El Ninos has got for sale today over at Tony's Picks. Al has put together impressive numbers as well here for the year with Al over at Tony's Picks. El Ninos here on the year, pretty solid here. 882 units of profit documented over at Tony's Picks. You can verify those numbers just by going to our site there and checking out his records. So, Al, what do you got for sale today?
So far, just one play in the NHL. Again, could get there in the NFL. Couple games I definitely like quite a bit. Am I waiting for a better line? Maybe. I'm waiting for some injury news? Maybe. We'll see. But again, your best way to go is just grab one of those long-term 2-for-1 capper passes. Make sure you get all those team plays emailed right to you. And yeah, I thought I had something to add, but I think that does it.
All right, there you go with El Ninos over at Tony's Picks. Best bets on the board right now. Play for tomorrow as well. Profit guaranteed. Remember, our member plays are in the system by 11 a.m. Eastern time. We continue to handicap throughout the day and night, looking for those late plays. We can put in plays late for you. For those long-term subscribers, late steam plays can be put in the system between 10 minutes and 2 hours before game time. And those picks are emailed right to your inbox using the email you use when you sign up for the service. Late steam available here at Tony's Picks on no extra charge, as does all the props. We have automated the props for the NFL, for the NBA, NHL. Right now for in-season sports, that's offered at no extra charge when you purchase a long-term subscription. So get on board here over at 26 with El Ninos and get signed up. All right. I have a play up for you right now. Best bet on the board from NFL. Looking for some more. So get on board with me and match you up with your favorite capper with the 2-for-1 capper promotion. All right, guys. We're with you here every day at 9:30 a.m. Eastern time. It is the Tony 6 Morning Show. Hit that like, hit that subscribe. Greatly appreciate that. Head on over to our YouTube channel where you'll find lots of our content up there loaded for you guys on demand. Just hit Tony's Picks. You'll find our channel. Get over to it. And then when you get it, did you find it? What happened here? Tony's Picks. Let's see. We'll find it here in a second here. There we go. Tony's Picks. So I have my content coming up there. There you go. You can see our live shows when we're live. It will show you on the top. Use the homepage. That's the best way to do it. And then come right over here to our compilation videos. We're ready to go here with some NFL and NBA up there for you right now. Chris's hit list ready to roll here. Props with the Chris hit list up there. NHL props, NFL props for you today. Double dose of hit list here from Chris. NFL picks from myself, Ramon, Chris, and more. Check it out here on our compilation videos. Shorts up there for you guys. Got those up there. College hoops set to go as well. Up on the board for you. I've got some. Ramon's got a lot of them up there for you today. NHL in the hit list as well. Videos and more. So lots of great content. Don't forget to check out our shorts, what we also populate there as well. So lots of great content here on the Tony 6 YouTube channel. On the live tab, we have 5 live shows here. You got the Tony 6 Morning Show. Night Moves here with Ramon and company here with DeAndre on the Night Moves show. Of course, we've got our morning show. We got the Daily Dangle with Rod at 1 p.m. Eastern time. A full NHL comprehensive coverage there. 1 Eastern time coming up as well. We've got Happy Hour. Rod hosts that Monday through Friday at 5 Eastern time. Look Ahead with Alessandro at midnight Eastern time. Get ahead of the line moves with the Look Ahead show here on the Tony YouTube channel here on Saturdays through Thursday night there on the channel. So lots of great content. Like and subscribe. Of course, Rod, you've got that Daily Dangle coming up, and you also cover the Happy Hour during the week.
Yeah, definitely. Hey, the happy hour was pretty good. We had 4 people show in, so it was a good happy hour. But definitely tune into the Daily Dangle. I know Ron will be checked in. We might see some other faces you see there on the Daily Dangle as well. So definitely tune into those 2 shows. Daily Dangle Daily and the happy hour, Monday and Friday. Tune in 5:15 Eastern. Get you the latest info just before tip-off, puck drop, kickoff, all those. You want to tune into you want to check out all the content we got here, because we know you guys love hearing different opinions on all these games. So that's what you do. You tune into all these shows and you'll get a different opinion on all these games, and then you can make your bets accordingly that way. But our best bet's still over at Tony's Picks. Trust me, go scoop those up.
Check it out as well. Of course, Chris, your hit list has been red hot here on the channel as well. People love your video, your prop list today. You got NHL and NFL up on the board.
Yeah, I got you guys 2 videos. It was just too much content, especially from the NFL, to do it in one. That was going to be a really long video, so we busted them up into 2. I tried to wait till 1 or 2 o'clock in the morning to get some NHL information, but I did get you 4 goal scorers there. Got you the 5th one today on the show. But for the NFL, you've got 2 from each game, so you've got a total of 6 touchdown scores. Of course, you got your favorites and stuff like that, but I try to give you guys plus money, so that's where the fight comes in there to try to get that, because you're going to see a lot of favorites and everybody's favorite person to find the end zone. But get you a lot of plus money there, and I don't recommend parlaying all 6 of them together to chase that generational wealth. But hey, do what you want to do. I just give the information. So as long as I've got data, you guys will have. Excuse me, you guys will have a video on that, and I might be looking into some points, shots on goal, that kind of thing, to change it up for the NHL. As long as I can find plus money there. These goal scorers are all over the place. Sometimes you think they're going to go, and then somebody else goes, and so that was a little bit wild yesterday. But we did cash a couple of them, so we're going to try to stay hot on that. And you guys will just have a video as long as I've got data.
Sorry, guys, I'm still fighting this bug here. So,
Fighting that bug.
excuse me here.
Get a drink. Huh.
There we go. Yep. Let's go over to Al Nino's. We see you here on some of the live shows as well.
Yeah, definitely been mostly morning shows now for a while, but again, keep an eye out for those doggy videos. In the meantime, make sure you check out all the other great content over at Tony's Picks YouTube channel.
Ooh, thank goodness for that. For the mute button here on this thing, man. Oh, goodness. I've been battling this for the whole week. But hopefully it's behind me here. My eyes aren't getting watery as they used to be, and my nose isn't running so bad. So I think this one's on the late stage, but the cough is still lingering, though. That's the last thing to go, I think, is a cough. So, guys,
sometimes you get that cough can linger for weeks, man. I hate that dry cough of nothing, and you're like, and it tickles. This little tickle comes out of nowhere, and you're like, so, good thing I got you.
Yeah. Oh, sometimes we miss it, but we got it there. Yeah. So
he uses coughing to try to get rid of his bug.
Yeah, they made it too tempting there. I had to clear my lungs up a little bit.
Yeah, right. Maybe I get your lung. Maybe I need to get that lung work that you get. They just clean it. They bleach it out of there, right? They put bleach in your lungs. Get it out, right?
Yeah.
Do not try that at home.
You heard it works, right? You heard the bleach works in your lungs, so you went for it. You want that bleach treatment. All right, there, guys. Join us here on Toy Sports Show with you here.
Making things wider and brighter. Woo!
That's right. Wider and brighter there with you every day, 9:30 Eastern. Like, subscribe, set those notifications. We'll be there with you guys. Any closing thoughts before we close it out?
Make it a good day.
Good luck.
Yeah, make it a good day, everybody.
Thanks, everyone in the chat. Cow Dog, good luck to you. Maybe the Rams, maybe my Rams will be coming into Chicago next week. We'll see what happens. What happened 20 years ago, right? When there was it? How long? 85. The Rams went in there and got destroyed. I remember that snow game. With Dieter Brock, they had the Canadian quarterback back in 85 against Ditka's Bears. I'll never forget that year. El Nidos wasn't born yet, but Rod might have been alive. Yeah, he was born in that year. 40 years ago.
Oh, yeah. The Bears. I remember the Bears being around. The Bears. Refrigerator Perry? Come on. How can you not remember the fridge? Fridge running in for a touchdown. Come on. I remember that.
I think they made the Baconator after Fridge because how much he used to brag about how much bacon he used to eat. I just remember that. The Super Bowl Shuffle. Yep.
You thought that pound of bacon was going to have to stretch between 4. Well, but the fridge was in town. Well, you better get some more. It was 1 pack he was eating and more.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I think that was something about him back in the day with the bacon. Now he was a big bacon lover. He did a lot of commercials back in the day. So yep, I know 85. And if the Rams go in there, it could set up a Bears Patriots. That's who they pounded in the Super Bowl with, the Patriots. It may work. It may happen again, right? Get the Rams, and then you got the Patriots in the Super Bowl, and just pounded the life out of the Patriots. So maybe that's what we'll see. Happened 40 years ago. There. All right, that'll do for the show, guys. Any closing thoughts for anyone?
I think it's been like 40 years since the Bills have won on the road. Has it been that long?
Might have been that long. Might be.
The Bills haven't won on the road, and the Jags haven't been in the NFL since the last time that they won on the road. So, or at least a road playoff game. So, it'd be interesting to see that game. That's the game I'm most intrigued to see today. I'm looking forward to it. Should be a good one.
There we go. All right, that's going to do it here for the show, guys. We'll goodbye, guys. Make it a winning one. We're back tomorrow here on the Tony Hicks Morning Show.